How's it going, everyone? So, breaking news. Sam Bankman-Fried, yes, the FTX founder and big-time scammer, was just arrested. So, maybe there is a little bit of justice in the world after all. Or maybe he just didn't donate enough money to, the politicians. That's probably it. So, the crypto billionaire has been arrested in the Bahamas, where he's been hiding out since the collapse of FTX came all crashing down right on his face. And now, of course, he's facing criminal charges. So American prosecutors have actually filed charges against the FTX founder, Sam Bankman-Fried, and is now they're going through the process of extradition. Even the Prime Minister of the Bahamas released a statement all about this. He said the Bahamas and the U.S. have a shared interest in holding accountable all the individuals associated with the FTX collapse who may have betrayed the public trust and broken the law. Well, good for him. Good for him. While the U.S. is pursuing criminal charges against SBF individually, the Bahamas will continue its regulatory and criminal investigations into the collapse of FTX with the continued cooperation of its law enforcement with the regulatory partners all the way in the U.S. and in other places. So this is all totally positive news considering so many people got fucked by this guy and he just did not give a shit. Honestly, everyone in the world was thinking that he was getting away with it. I mean, there was no indication that he was actually going to be arrested. If anything, there were a lot of fluff pieces put out by some of the news organizations, right, saying, what happened? Oh my God, so sad, what a collapse. He gave that stupid speech, that stupid interview with the New York Times. I mean, why would he have such a platform after screwing over millions and millions of people out of billions and billions of dollars? So the U.S. attorney for the Southern District of New York, Damian Williams, he released a statement saying earlier this evening, Bahamian authorities arrested Sam Bankman-Fried at the request of the U.S. government based on a sealed indictment filed by the Southern District of New York. Why sealed? Well, he also goes on to say that it will be unsealed, okay? It says, we expect to move to unseal the indictment in the morning, and we'll have more to say at that time. So what's interesting is all this news comes just as Sam Bankman-Fried was going to testify tomorrow, which is pretty crazy. He was going to testify in front of Congress over the $32 billion collapse of FTX. So despite him having this testimony in front of Congress regarding the FTX collapse, he actually was not going to show up in person, which is interesting because he didn't show up in person for the New York Times interview as well. So he was going to do the whole thing via video, okay? It says virtually. And now he doesn't have to worry about that. But his excuse for not showing up to testify in front of Congress was that his schedule was very, very busy, okay? Interesting. He was just too busy for the members of the House Financial Services Committee to even bother showing up in person. So while he confirmed last week that he would talk with members of Congress, he said during a recent Twitter space he was concerned about paparazzi in Washington. Haha, paparazzi or the cops? The feds. Again, probably should have donated a little more money to the right people, huh? He did tell recently during an interview with the Unusual Whales platform, he said that when asked if he feared being arrested, he actually replied, I don't believe I would be, but I haven't yet done a deep dive into that. Crazy, crazy guy. So thank God that this motherfucker is finally arrested because he definitely screwed over a lot of people. So obviously he's not going to talk to the House Financial Services Committee because he's going to be way too busy talking to his lawyers. Now, the interesting part is that both his parents are lawyers, okay? They definitely helped him set up the whole FTX, all the legal background. His dad recently, before the collapse, did a whole interview, okay, where he talked about unbanking, basically banking those who are unbanked. Essentially, people who are too poor in certain countries or in regions to afford a bank account where they can deposit their money with FTX and essentially use FTX as a sort of a crypto bank. Basically, they're in on the scam. And I wonder why in the hell would his parents, who obviously helped him set up the legal parameters, let's say, for the exchange itself and Alameda, why are they not being investigated either? Very interesting. And they're teachers at Stanford Law School. Big, so-called big shot academic lawyers. But it's pretty bizarre. His portfolio of real estate increased dramatically right before the collapse. So it is pretty crazy what the hell is going on behind the scenes. And I hope that not just him, but other people who are screwing average consumers, beginning traders, beginning investors, I hope they throw the books at him. But I know that they won't. They're going to let this guy with a slap on the wrist, and he's going to walk free. He'll be fine. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Corruption is rampant right now. So I guess there is a little justice in the world, at least for now. Just a little tiny bit, though. We could use a lot more justice. So we'll see what happens to SBF, the scammer. So thanks for watching, guys. Smash like. Please do subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.